Welcome to another video. In this video, I'll be reviewing an alternative to the glorious PC gaming race, Model O, the Tecware Exo Elite. Costing around $35 US, the Tecware Exo Elite advertises 69 grams of weight, the PixArt 3389 sensor, and Huano Switches. The Huano Switches boast 20 million clicks lifespan, and also, who can forget, RGB lightings. Let me get this straight. This mouse is pretty huge. Coming from the Logitech G305 or G304, I need to adjust my grip for a while with this mouse. And the cable, in my opinion, is pretty good since I barely notice it. In the box, as you might already seen in the advertising video, this has nothing other than the mouse and some extra feet. With that out of the way, let's get into the review. The Exo Elite comes in two colors, matte black and matte white. Mine is the matte black variant. The matte finish gives a soft touch feeling in my hands. The updated mouse no longer has the Tecware logo on the side, but they moved it to the back of the mouse with RGB lightings. Speaking about RGB, I think the Exo Elite has a pretty good RGB lighting, although it is pretty sad that the RGB line on the bottom aren't diffuse enough to give a smoother lighting around the mouse. The RGB consists of two zones, the light lines I was talking about, and the other one is the Tecware logo on the scroll wheel. In my opinion, every one of them isn't very well diffused to give that smooth effect. The RGB and DPI settings can be accessed in the Tecware app. The settings are also saved to the mouse itself, so you can reliably take this mouse around without messing with the setting every time you plug in the mouse. Tecware also mentioned that the mouse weighs 69 grams in the box with it, but in reality, it is more like 75 grams. I think this is because the PCB extends all the way to the back, unlike the Model O, which you can see through. My hand is 70 centimeters by 10 centimeters, which in my opinion is a pretty sizable hand. But I struggle with the side buttons of the mouse because it is pretty slippery and too far away from where my thumb rests. Speaking about where the thumb rests, the size of this mouse is pretty good. You can palm grip this mouse easily and maybe even fingertip it. Moving this mouse around feels so nice. I think the mouse feet are similar to the Model O. If you don't like the mouse feet, you can also get the Model O G skates. But in my opinion, the mouse feet are awesome for this mouse, around $35 budget. Now let's talk about the main button and the scroll wheel. The scroll wheel provides, in my opinion, a very lacking tactility. And the Huano Switches feel super tactile, and I like it a lot. Speaking about buttons, another quirk about this mouse that it has a button for lift-off distance in the bottom of the mouse. The conclusion is, if you're tight on budget, and this mouse is, in my opinion, a very recommended. If you don't mind spending an extra $20, get the Model O instead. Thank you for watching.